some things that or questions that you guys have sent me to go over. So welcome to May in VIP. I love VIP because I love number one, I love the advanced workouts. I love the programming as far as macro cycling. So here's what's happening in May. Number one, I sent you guys an email. You should have gotten it yesterday afternoon, and I will link it in the Facebook group in case you want to go back to it. But in May, here's what's going to be happening. We're changing up the macro cycles. So number one, your Friday, as opposed to being a regular macro day, we're going to go back to low macro because May is a great time to get yourself lean and ready for the summer. So if you're on, let me know. So I'm recording this so that I can share it with other people. So what's happening in May? The macro cycles are changing to Monday, Tuesday are low carb. Wednesday is going to be regular macro. Thursday is going to be regular macro. And then Fridays, guys, in May, we're changing it to low macro day. And that means we're cutting back on the calories 25%. So this is a great thing to do in May to get you guys ready for the summer. So let me get this. Hello. Let me get this going. And how are you? I finally get to meet you.
Excuse me. Hi, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound
Oh
good.
my goodness. It's
I
nice to meet
I
you.
was out gardening. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I think there's a Zoom at 12 and I don't have anything today." So,
Oh,
yes.
so
So
good. It's so nice to meet
I was
you.
like,
You've been
"Hurry."
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so funny
Good to
to
meet
just
you too.
text and then to actually see somebody or to meet somebody. You've
Yeah,
been
me too.
amazing. So thank you for staying
Oh,
in the program. And
shoot.
I know you're
Thanks.
going out of it, but you've been incredible.
Yeah, oh, come on, dog.
That's okay.
Just now barking.
I'm an animal lover.
Yeah, I might be back. It's just a lot. And so the working out, but you got me there. I
It's
wasn't there
been amazing,
before.
right? It
So,
does take consistency and dedication, and you've been all those things.
yeah.
So kudos to you. And I love how you're just always outdoors. You're always doing things. You're meticulous with your tracking. And really, to be honest with you, that's the key. It's not being perfect. And that's not what the program is about. It is about consistency and
Yeah.
really just building a lifestyle around it. So
Yeah.
you've done
That's what I'm trying to do. What can I do that's movement
right.
and, be
I
outside
remember
a little bit
starting
more?
with you and you were saying you move a lot and you do move a lot, but I could see as you progressed, you added more movement to your day, right?
Yeah.
Now you're consistently over 10,000 steps, sometimes
Yeah.
15, 16. So,
I'm
and that's
trying, yeah, trying to add something in there. So just to make sure, just not steps, but it was nice getting that walking pad.
oh, I
So,
love my
or
work.
yeah, I just was like, well, one of your Instagram videos was what I was like, oh, I should look into that because, I just need another 2,000 steps. It wasn't like I had to, ramp up 8,000 steps, but I just need a few thousand. And it was like
And
perfect.
it's a way to do it,
It's,
right?
yeah, yeah. I am still slow on it because that no rail thing, it's so weird just to be walking and then all of a sudden I'll forget and I'm doing great and then I'll remember and I'm like, "Oh my god," then I become kind of a little
It's okay if you're
wobbly-ish.
watching TV to go a little quicker. If I'm
Yeah.
working on the computer, I have to slow it down.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I have to,
yeah,
because I get a little wiggy looking at the computer and thinking about my feet. But I love
yeah.
it. I have a really small house. And so for me, it was just it's so convenient because I can pick it up
Yes.
and then put it down. Even when my daughter visits, she lives in South America. When she comes, she has to work from home. So she
Ah,
loves it because she can
yeah.
put it under the desk and just work and work and work.
That's really nice. That is so fantastic.
And
I
it's a
had the big one,
yeah.
and my husband's like, "Oh my god, you're getting rid of it?" And I had an iFit. I was like, "I'm just not using it. I wanna my office moved 3 times, and I usually have it in my." I was like, "I can't I just it's not," and I never even thought about a pad. Somebody had a pad. It was super thin thing, and I was like, that's not going to work. And then you had yours, and I was like, oh, I started researching. So I said, at my birthday, I was like, I think you're going to think I'm crazy, but I want to get this treadmill. And he was like, oh,
Here we go.
I can lift it. I can move it from room to room
Right.
without taking a door off the hinge, without turning it sideways. It was like a nightmare. So I was like, I love it. I can slide it under my desk. That is exact, so yeah. So
I love it, and
all
it's
these good
sturdy enough.
things
It's not a
I've
cheap,
done
it's
through
not
you.
a cheap pad, but you can tell it's got something to it, right? Like I'm like
Yeah.
I had a couple folks who've gotten the really cheap ones, and I can't do that. Like I want to feel
Yeah.
like I'm stable, especially as I've gotten older. I just want to make sure I feel stable.
Yeah. Yeah. He got me the pad that goes under it. I mean, I had some pads from previous workout gear, but he got the pad that went under it. So if I have it in the living room, because we have quite a few carpets, that I can put that down, and they recommended that. So he got me that. And then one other thing, oh, the extra long cord, I think.
Oh, yeah,
So yeah, so it can be, because it's not quite as close to outlets as, where I want to have it. So it's really nice. It's quite freeing. So if people can just, yes, it's not cheap, just save up a bit of money and then go from there.
and get a good one.
So
That's what I
I
tell
hate to
people.
hog the call.
Oh, no, you're
Am I
not.
the
I'm just going to go through
okay.
real quick. I'm recording it for folks who I know can't come.
Okay.
It's so hard to find a time that people like to come, but I'm just going to
Yeah.
go through VIP because you still have another month of VIP
Yeah.
while they're
Yeah.
in here. The macros are changing because they are going to, in May, we want to kind of lean out for the summer. So
Yeah.
even if you're thinking when you leave VIP, so May, they're going to take Friday and make it a low macro day.
Yeah, I noticed
Right.
today.
So
Yeah.
that would be, oh, you're right. It is today. Um, yeah, you guys can flex that day. So if you want to do it on Sunday, you could do it on Sunday. But the
Yeah.
key and the goal is to lean out. And then in the summer, we kind of want to go back to maintenance because most of us are pretty active in doing things and going to picnics and
Yeah.
things like that. It's not a time to really focus on leaning out. It's a time to maintain. And then
Okay.
in the fall, we'll go back to, sorry, this is, and then in the fall, we'll go back to they'll go back to
Yeah.
probably low macro days. In the workouts, the sets are going to straight sets. The
Okay.
focus is going to be on abs. So
Yep.
on Mondays and Thursdays, Mondays after the HIIT class, they're going to offer an ab circuit. And then Thursdays after the upper body, they're going to offer another ab circuit. Um, did you partake in the walking challenge for
I
any?
didn't do the walk. No, I didn't do the walking challenge.
So for anybody who did the walking challenge, I've gotten a couple of people who've sent me in their numbers and they're pretty impressive. They have more than Karen, which is good. So let me know if you guys have your sheets. I just need them by Sunday, and then Monday I'll announce the winner, and that person will win a $100 gift certificate to the Faster Way. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is on May the 15th, it's a Thursday, I'm doing a meal prep workshop and it's free for anybody. But it's 7 p.m. I'm the meal prep queen. I can do meal prep in an hour. So I'm going to share my tips and tricks to getting it done. And again, I have a really small house, but I'm going to show you how even in my house with using the microwave and using the stove and using the oven, I just batch cook, I get it done, throw it in the refrigerator, and it's how I feed myself throughout the week. So there's a will, there's a way. The other thing is we're having a coaching. If anybody's ever thought about coaching the Faster Way, obviously I love being a coach. My decision came more because I had been at a health club for 22 years and I was looking for a way to continue what I'm doing, not having to physically be in the club. And this has been, I love coaching. So if you're somebody who loves the Faster Way and you feel like coaching might be something you would consider, there is a coaching call that is an open Zoom on Thursday, May 8th, and it's at 12 noon. And I linked that in your email, and I can link it again in the Facebook group. And then finally, if you know anybody who would benefit from the Faster Way and you've liked the Faster Way and you want to share it, during the month of May, they have a coupon code for $50 off, which they haven't done since I started coaching. So over a year, it's been over a year. So if you have anybody, share the program with them, share me with them, and I'll get them the code. So they would only have to do the program for the $200 for the 6 weeks. You guys know the benefits of the program and the value of the program. So if there's somebody that you feel would really benefit from it, let me know. And then the only other thing I wanted to go over was what we kind of talked about was consistency. You've demonstrated that. And for a lot of the VIPs, summer is going to be a time where you do want to be consistent. It's not about being perfect at all. That's not what the program is about. But you don't want to slide away from the basics during the summer. So even in maintenance phase, I tell people consistency is key. So let's say 80% of the time, just like with your food, you want to be on. 20% of the time, you plan for it, you enjoy yourself. But if you want to get through the summer kind of unscathed and stay where you are, you do want to be consistent. A lot of people look at the weekends as Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you got to think that's 3 out of 7 days. That's like 40% of the week. So you don't want to not be consistent all 3 of the weekend days. If you're using Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you do want to be consistent. But other than that, that was basically what I wanted to go through. Do you have any more questions? I just love that you. This is such a treat.
Thanks. Will there be the 24-hour fast during the summer, or that's
Oh, they do that. So the next one
okay?
coming up is May 22nd. It's
Okay,
always the third
third
Thursday in
Thursday.
the month.
Okay,
So even on your own, if you come out of
okay,
do it, just mark your
yeah,
calendar and still do it.
yeah,
And then if you guys want to come back to VIP, there's always they have a VIP $20 off. Normally, if somebody comes out of the program, they tell you it's 99, but they
yeah,
always have a coupon code for $20 off.
yeah.
I will miss you.
I will. Well, I still follow you on Instagram, and
And you always have my
I'll
coaching
text
text number.
you. And
Right.
I mean, I've got this coaching thing in the back of my mind. I was like, man, if I could make, my, I don't know about my goal weight, but get really close and get, this next 20 pounds off. I thought, that would be something
You do
that
it.
I
You
would be
did
interested
amazing.
in. And, I like helping people, and especially with the weight loss,
Right.
I know the struggles. So, yeah. And I think the
Well, yeah,
program is like right there. It's almost a no-brainer. You just have to bring yourself,
right.
but it's laid out. It explains it. There's documents there. I mean, it's, I love it. I just love it. But for me, just had to make the decision.
Oh no, I
So I might be back. Might be back.
well, I'm always here, and you always have my
Yes.
text number. So and I
Yes.
will reach out anyway because I'm just so used to kind of talking to you. But thank you for doing the program. I know you have
Yeah.
another month, so I'll still be getting a text from you. But if anybody has questions, guys, I'm here. And if you're not using me for the coaching text number and you feel like you've lost touch, reach out. I try to reach out to all the VIPs through email constantly. And then obviously you can use me as much as you want through the texting number. I will respond. She'll tell you that I respond every day,
Yep.
usually
Mhm.
within a couple
Yep.
hours. But I tell people my time to sit down and actually do it is 8 to 9 p.m. But if I'm at the club working, I will just check in if people send me like in the morning and stuff. So,
Yeah.
well,
I'm
I
looking
wish
forward
you.
to Thursday. I'm going to try to make Thursday for your meal prep. I
Oh,
love
just
meal
make
prep,
it
so I'm
right.
always interested in seeing, well, is there a better, faster, easier way?
It's
So,
just realizing that it doesn't have to be fancy, and I'm not a fancy
yeah.
person, but to basically get some things done saves you
Yeah.
money, time, and it keeps you on track. So
Yes, a lot
come if you
easier.
can.
A lot easier. Yeah, I'm
All
looking
right. Well,
forward to it.
enjoy yourself. I know you're
Thank you.
gardening.
So nice meeting you
Nice
face to
meeting you.
face.
You made my
Okay.
day.
Take,
Bye bye.
bye.